Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Zeek webinar series, March of 2026. My name is Dop. So last month, the community topic was custom scripts that people happen to be using. And I was asked to do a short presentation on my submission, which is a very simple alert that tests our full alerting pipeline through Zeek. So let's go ahead and jump right in. As an overview, a lot of things have to be working properly in order for suspect traffic to be identified as malicious and an alert actually to get to an engineer. So the passive taps have to be in the right place, getting the right traffic. The tap bag switch is connected and configured properly. Obviously, the Zeek cluster has to be up and running with our custom Zeek scripts, and that's all installed. Zeek can actually send alerts out to the pager service, and then each on-call engineer has to have their notification settings configured properly and working. And then we have a very simple alert that we use to verify this whole pipeline each and every week. So this is a very simple diagram of kind of an overview of our setup. 3 main data centers with Zeek clusters running in each one. So every week during our on-call handoff meeting, the primary Zeek system sends a ping out to the other 2. So that is in this case, the malicious traffic. A copy of that ping is sent, through the passive tap, through the tap bag to the Zeek system, which through this script I'm going to show you, identifies that as a notice, fires off an alert to pager duty. This is not an endorsement of pager duty, just happens to be the pager service that we use. From there, that gets sent to a Slack channel that we all monitor. And then separately, through the personalized notification settings of each engineer, the phone, the app, SMS, whatever, anything except email, that is sent to the on-call engineer, and they're able to resolve that during that handoff meeting. There's actually 3 alerts to come in, 1 for each cluster. So how does that look in the script? You can use, easily just to use a cron job to send these pings off. We end up using a systemd service and timer. This is what that service file looks like. Very simple. And then the timer, similar to your cron job, it's 12:30 Pacific time every week on Monday. We get this ping happening. The Zeek script itself is extremely simple. There's 2 kind of parts to it. We set the module, and then we export a couple things here. We set PagerDuty test as a notice type. And then the second thing is we set the Zeek cluster addresses that we're expecting to see in the ICMP request. And then the next piece is the thing that does all the work. During a connection state remove for that ICMP request, we check if the origin is in the Zeek clusters and if the recipient is in the Zeek clusters, and verify that that's the ICMP traffic. And then we just generate the notice, the PagerDuty test notice. And then that goes through a notice framework, which one little configuration line is added the ESNet module PagerDuty test to the page types. So that ends up getting paged through alert settings to the engineer. So, and it works. Just recently, maybe it's because we have this alert. I'm a little bit lazy during the setup, but we replaced the primary production cluster just a couple of weeks ago. And it wasn't sending out alerts. Turns out that Zeek couldn't send out to the pager service, and that was causing the problem. So we were able to fix that before moving the cluster into production. So again, very simple. I really encourage you to try something like this because it's a nice peace of mind when you know the whole pipeline is working. So if you have any questions, please contact me, Dopheide at es.net or Dop on the Zeek Slack. Happy to share any other information you might want. Thank you so much.